Hello, and welcome to our rewilding project here in France. Now, we're quite proud of what we've achieved so far. I admit it could have been quicker, but we can only do so much. We could have got a load of whips from the local environment agency here in France and chucked them in, but it wouldn't have been the same, no. Well, actually, it would have been the same. Everything would have been the same. Unfortunately, we'd had about 3 varieties of trees. But what we're trying to do is create a bit of diversity with the trees. You see, where you have diversity, you don't spread disease between the trees like you would do if they're all the same. You say, because certain trees, like Dutch elm disease, for instance, but, you know, it spreads between certain species of trees. And I've learned so much. I've been watching so many videos, and other people have done rewilding projects with different ideas in mind. You know, they're all rewards, all about creating more habitat really for wildlife as well. It's not just about the trees. It's not just about carbon storage. It's about the environment for the the birds and the bees and that, the animals in general. And we've got 2 hectares here where we're planting at least 1,000 trees, and we've done 550 so far. And I think we could probably get around 1,500 mark on these 2 hectares here in the end. It's going to be more because we're planting arbours as well. That wasn't in our plan to start with. Now, I'm standing within a young arbour. There's a lot of trees in there. 54 trees. You see, it provides habitat. And in this case, with these trees, because they're going to be close-knit, they'll provide places of shelter for the birds and what have you. Not just a big open tree with the wind blowing through it all the way, through the winter and what have you. This is going to be dense, so it will provide some shelter. And it's the same with the conifers and what have you. Whether it be pines or firs, what have you, they all provide habitat for different animals. You see, like for instance, our old conifers up there, compressor and what have you, which are just growing the specimen trees. They're dense. They provide winter shelter for the animals, the birds and what have you. Or, if they're not migratory birds, they provide some shelter. And same for the mammals. Now, people did tell us, don't you plant any conifers? Well, we didn't, because they were all, we planted these a few years ago, so that wasn't really, that wasn't an issue. But there's about 8 or 9 of them over there. But it's trying to get that diversity between the different species of trees, whether it be the 4 varieties or species of willow that we're planting, salix, but also the alder, the elder. We've got Spanish oak, chestnut, horse chestnut. I can't remember more though. Looks like elder. Oh crikey, what else? Hazel. Oh crikey, a whole load. There's many species that can survive here. We're planting them, and also tulip trees as well. Now, they generally speaking, tulip tree can be invasive. But I don't think it will be here because it's a different environment for them. They can survive here, but they're not native to this area. But what they do is they store a lot of carbon over a very long period of time because of the microfibril within the structure of the tree itself. It's almost as though it's evolved to store carbon. And fossils, what have you, that have been unearthed and that, and they found that the tulip tree has been about for ever since the dinosaurs walked the earth. So that's quite interesting anyway in its own right. And they're a beautiful tree, big giant leaves, what have you, big yellow flowers, the ones we have got here. They are a lovely tree. You just got to be careful that you don't allow them to take over. Now, while we're here, that ain't going to be an issue. Which is going to be day or die, I reckon, because I can't imagine us moving from here. It's just such a lovely spot, it really is. It's a lovely place to live here in France, it really is. And, but you can see there's, we have planted a lot of willows because we can propagate them quite easily. And the tulip trees over there, and whatever that one is there, I can't remember what it's called. We have got some acacia on the land as well, but generally speaking, it's mainly oaks, chestnuts, oak, chestnut, hazel, alder, elder, and willows, a variety of different willows, like shrimp tree and what have you as well. Contorted willow, common willow, weeping willow. You know, they grow fast. They also provide timber as well, because you still got to maintain them. You could argue, you just let the stuff fall, it creates the possibility for disease. So you've got to watch that. It's not necessarily what we want, is it? You know, we want to be able to we want healthy trees. And for the moment, I will be cutting the grass as I'm doing at the moment between the trees. In fact, it's due for a cut. But areas that we are now actually, which I think I've showed you before, we are actually keeping natural over there, as you can see. Yeah, for the bees and what have you. And we will introduce more areas, like more wild areas, in time as things progress and the trees become big enough to survive without being smothered with vegetative growth. We will encourage more wild areas, and but also fruit canes, you name it, blackberries, thorns, all sorts of different fruits as well. We'll be putting on this field as well, because we will provide food sources for the little critters, don't we? Anyway, if you've got any ideas, things that we could do here to make it more interesting, not just about the trees, please leave in the comments down below. Because at the moment what we're doing is we're creating bat roosts, bird boxes, insect houses, hedgehog houses. That's a little animal, small mammal, animal and bird animal habitats. But do you have any other ideas? Please leave in the comments down below. Doodaloo!